Find the remainder when 7x cubed minus 4x squared plus x minus 2 is divided by x minus 2. So I'm going to use the remainder theorem. To use the remainder theorem, I need to just consider what x value would give me this bracket equal to 0. So it's x equal 2. So if I say that this cubic is f of x, if I do f of 2, it should tell me the remainder. So I get 7 lots of 2 cubed minus 4 lots of 2 squared plus 2 minus 2. If we then work that through, we can just use a calculator and work through. You should get an answer of 40. Part B, we want to show that x plus 3 is a factor of the cubic. So similar sort of idea, I'm going to use the factor theorem. I want to know what value to put into the cubic. So x plus 3 tells me I want to put x equals minus 3 into this cubic. Now if I put x equals minus 3 into the cubic, if it is a factor, I should get a value of 0. So we get minus 3 cubed plus 4 lots of minus 3 squared minus 17 lots of minus 3 minus 60. With the factor theorem, I always do a little bit more work because I need to be convincing. So I get minus 27 plus 4 times 9, so plus 36, minus, plus 17 times 3, which is 51, minus 60. So we get plus 87 minus 87, f of minus 3 equals 0. Therefore, x plus 3 is a factor. Okay, so then we want to factorize this cubic using this knowledge. So what I'm going to know is that this cubic is equal to x plus 3 times some sort of quadratic ax squared plus bx plus c. Now you can use polynomial division, you can use inspection, or you can use this table method, which I happen to like you to use. So what I do is when I draw tables, I put in the factor I know, x plus 3, and across the top of this table I know there's going to be some sort of quadratic of the form x squared plus bx plus c. Now what I do is I start off by considering what would multiply to give me x cubed, my leading term. X times, well, it'd have to be x squared would give me my x cubed. Now a little bit like a Sudoku, I'm going to fill in the rest of the table. So x times plus 3 is plus 3x squared. Now my next entry in this row I know has got to add together with a plus 3x squared to give me plus 4x squared. So I just need another single x squared. X would have to multiply by x to give me that x squared. And again, now I do a little Sudoku bit, fill in the blanks. So I'm now going to put down the bottom plus 3x. Now my next entry at the top row has got to add with 3x to give me minus 17x. So that would mean I'd have to get minus 20x in this top row. X would have to multiply with minus 20 to give me minus 20x. And if I've done everything right, when I do plus 3 times minus 20, I get minus 60, which matches up to my constant. A little double tick because actually this is self-checking method here. Okay, having got my quadratic, I'm going to factorize my quadratic. So x squared plus x minus 20. Factors of minus 20 that have a difference of plus 1 will be x plus 5, x minus 4. So last thing to do is just state that the cubic is equal to these 3 linear factors. So I've got x plus 3, x plus 5, and x minus 4. Okay, well, let's go back and have a quick look to see how the marks are awarded. In the first part, we get a method mark for showing a substitution, and then we get an answer mark for getting an answer that the remainder is 40. Part B, again we get the method mark for showing the substitution, and then we get an answer mark for a convincing demonstration that it comes out as 0, so therefore no remainder, and is a factor. Finally, the last part, you get a method mark for some sort of correct method, so polynomial division, factorization by inspection, etc., to to try and get the cubic. You get 1 mark if you get either x or minus 20. You get the full 2 marks if you factorise to that full quadratic correctly. Finally, your last answer mark is for the fully factorised cubic. Okay, well I hope that all made sense and you was able to follow it.